Okay, welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of the Vellosk zone. What we're doing here is we're running through the leveling adventure, and along the way, like anything that would be relevant to you, make your life a little easier, explain about situations, not to tell you how to play, but just to share information with you. And that's kind of the goal of these playthroughs, as opposed to just playing through and not saying anything, to kind of talking through it. And since I'm a video game director, and also just a hardcore kid, big kid at heart and a gamer, I thought it would be useful for people to hey, I watch this guy play. He's got some neat things he's pointing out. There's some things I see he's not pointing out. You can make a comment, and other people can appreciate the information you give them. So the folks who haven't been paying attention, this is the second part of the Vellosk leveling campaign. We go over to our right-hand ribbon. We completed Never Death and Graveyard previously. Now we're on Vellosk. We got like 7 parts to go. And as I mentioned before, we're doing this because by going through the whole leveling campaign, we'll get to level 20. We'll have a decent amount of Astral Diamonds, which we'll be able to purchase things that we need to get to where we can run skirmishes. And then we can run skirmishes and farm, 100,000 Astral Diamonds a day and start upgrading our gear and then going and doing some of the other campaigns to get boons. And then we can start really progressing our character. For this video series, I will probably run through all of the leveling campaign and run a bunch of skirmishes and talk about some of the gearing. If you're a very hardcore returning player, Aragon's got a great video series for this. I mean, he's an elite in-game Irish guy, and my goal is to kind of give the people who's a complete noob, who haven't really played this game and maybe aren't that great at character control, the kind of tips they need to do stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and continue here. We have to go into this area here, the Shadow Keepers. What's the name of it? It's got a name. Does it have a name on the load screen? I forgot the name of the place, like the Shadow Keepers Forge or some shit. Let's look it up right here real quick. So anyway, the leveling campaign, they introduced this a number of years ago. It's actually quite good. When they squished the game down to level 20 as opposed to like 60, 70, 80, whatever it used to be a long time ago, you don't have to spend a lot of time leveling the character anymore like you do in EverQuest or some of the other games that are really big slogs. Like even Guild Wars 2, unless you have tons of leveling books, takes a long time to level. Leveling in a game like this is perfect because it's allowing you to play one of the classes just long enough to see whether you really enjoy it and get some gear and get all their abilities and get to a point like, I can see myself playing Warlock, but I want to play the healer version, right? All right, so this place is called Shadow Keepers what? Let's see our quest. Shadow Keepers Temple, and our objective is we get level 7, we can finish this. Kill Markella Whisper Soul. So there's going to be lots of enemies here. We'll mostly be using a lot of our area effect stuff. Let's just pop these guys and get them to come around the corner. One thing about the companion that she always goes up there and aggro's crap, and even though she's a healer, she's overstepping her role. And you're going to find, like, at this level range, I mean, you're not really going to have a lot of problem unless you just take a lot of damage. And if you saw the first introductory video, the goal was really not to be a block of hit points to just stand there and shoot and get hit, even though you're going to have a ton of regeneration. That's not really what you want to do. You want to start playing as best as you possibly can so that later on when you really are fighting against hard stuff and you're going into, like, the new Icewind Dale Reged campaign, that you've got the skills to make up for the fact that you don't have the gear, right? So the skills is more important than the gear, in my opinion. The gear is just going to give you the numbers balance versus what you're going to be playing against. Just get an area effect down these guys, switch to the swords and the hacks or whatever, the dual wield, and just area effect. And then she's, a lot of times she's aggroing stuff, right? I know in Aragon's video, he talks about using like this little caster boy. I actually really enjoy the healer because she's epic level and she's really good at keeping me alive and not necessarily causing a problem. And the Rain of Arrows and the key that's on the same button, this is what you're going to really need to use. Let me just go over this again real quick, okay? So Rain of Arrows is this ability here, and every time you have an ability with a bow, you also have the counter, supplementary ability on your melee attack. So when you switch to melee stance, you get Rain of Swords. This is a dot, right? And this is going to be an intermittent big hit, which is like a dot, right? So once a dot's applied, enemies have the dot on them, right? And once an area effect ability hits, if the enemies move out of the area effect, the damage effect stops. So when the companion is pulling crap away, the dot's not going to work on them as well, at least the Rain of Arrows. And so a lot of times what you can do is just wait to see what your companion does, and do they aggro your companion. You can even just stand on the companion and start putting stuff down here, and they'll all walk over to it and be right on top of both of you. That way you can guarantee you get maximized damage on all of them. And I had him rooted. So you'll find little ways with, this is one thing that's interesting about the game. Every time you're playing, no matter what class you're playing, you're going to find these little subtle like combinations and synergies and moves that you can use that'll make your life a lot better. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scrubs here. We can just pop all of them. Well, you know, let me show you an example with the companion here. Are they going to come or not? Come on, dude. What are y'all doing? Are they trying to range? Okay, so let's go over here. Let's get right on top of her. Throw the rain of arrows down the ground. Put the dot on the ground. And you can actually just step away from that, and most of them will probably die. You got 1 or 2 left, and that's basically it. And she's a nuker, so a lot of times she's not going to be running around like a spaz and meleeing things. We just pop this guy here. And if you just want to stay back and be Archer the whole time, you can do that too, like we did in our DDO campaign. I'm going to go back to the DDO stuff and play it again soon, but I had been inspired to make... I got a lot of comments from people who messaged me saying, hey, I really like this series. It's so different than what other people do. And you're not a power gamer. I mean, I'm just like a fun gamer. So let's go up right on top of these guys. And if they start going over to her, then you know you can like, okay, go over here. You get behind this guy, because remember, we do 10% more damage when we're hitting something from behind, okay? You can see this right down here. Let's pop the mouse, our middle mouse button. Let's take care of these guys first. Lock boxes, lock boxes, and lock boxes. They never did give me the VIP, did they? Let me just check real quick. It's supposed to be 7 days. No. Bastards. Okay. That could be a problem you could run into as well. You're like, hey, I want to play the game, I want to get VIP going. Like, you're like locked out for the first 7 days to prevent people from... I have made this account like in 2019, and my main account's from like 2012 from the beginning. So that's really weird. So we're going to do our little Archer move here to pull. Move out of the way with his little big hit. And we got 2 melee guys. Let's get right here. Don't want to be inside their area effectability. So we can just come over here. Well, got hit by something. Okay. What are we doing? Let's get, you're out of range of meleeing, dude. That character there, that caster, she's like real dumb. She doesn't do anything good at all. Okay, we've been talking a lot here. Let's try to just burn through some of these trash. Let's see if we can just run past these guys. Actually, let's do this. She's slow. I'm going to put this on top of her. Get the dot on everyone. I'm going to blast her with this mount ability, which hits everything in the area. Get out of this. Okay. When you play some of the other classes, you'll find that some of their other abilities have longer cooldowns. Unless you're playing a bard, you can just infinitely cast your spells all the time. But with this class here, the Rangers, the synergy between the bow and the melee weapons is fun. I really enjoy it. I usually don't play Rangers. I mean, I know I played a lot of Archers and crap in Asheron's Call for years and years ago in Dark Age of Camelot, but I usually don't play ranged anymore. I usually play casters or melee. And I got the game sounds turned down a little pretty low, so when shit's going down and I'm talking, you can actually hear what the hell I'm saying. Okay, there's Markella Whisper Soul. She's the last person we need to kill. Let's get rid of this Dire Helm guy first. Yeah, it looks like she's put either a debuff or a dot on him. Yeah, easy. He was rooted the whole time. Okay, usually when you walk into one of these rooms, it'll be like, and a big cutscene type thing. I'll say, Markella Whisper Soul, and you have to go in there and kill her. And then what'll happen is you can't move, can't do anything, can't hit escape. And sometimes there'll be situations where they have ads, they'll start rushing up to you, and they'll already be on top of you by the time you start doing it. But this shouldn't be a problem for us, because, yeah, there we go. And you can hit, it says no skip in the upper hand corner. Okay, point blank area effect ability. Let's pop her with this ranged ability. Since she's a caster, she's probably not going to move. And we can hit stealth and get past this and get right on top of her. Put our dot down, put our behind, attack from behind, and put a decent amount of damage and get our mount ability off on her. So we dumped everything we have on her. Let's zip back here. And she's putting some kind of dot on us. And let's put the root on her again. I'm trying to avoid the chumps from hitting her. Let's put this here on the ground, and they'll go over on top of it. Oh, she moved out of it. No problem. Just put the dot down again. This. And she's moved away, or is she dead? No, there she is. We can just basic attack her for a little bit. Switch to the bow. I'm putting the root on her again because it hits pretty hard. I'll put rain of arrows down again. Oh, she moved out of it right when I wanted to do it. That's too bad. And she summoned more chodes. That's fine. Come on. Come on. And we can leap away, get out of range, and then just start shooting her from max range. So she's going to start attacking my... Oh, she teleported. Okay. So she's dead. In this situation, the chumps are still alive. Okay, they want to mess with my... Are you going to come back for me now? Okay. Alright, great. So we got that completed. And as I've said before, a lot of times they'll give you an exit. Like, there is no exit until you complete, you know, until you kill the boss. So you look out for that. Like, don't think, oh, I got to run back to the entrance. It's not like you're going to do a recall. There's no Hearthstone or anything like in a lot of other games. There's no recalling out of there. Like, you know, Scrolls of Teleport and crap and Path of Exile. Return to Dying Hollow is our next objective, which is basically means do a hand in. It's automatically giving us the path to it. There's no way to warp around. So we're just going to get on our mount and just blow through everything in the area and trying to get dismounted. To go get the hand in for this. And I believe it's going to give us level 7 and usually give us a piece of crappy gear. And we'll need to check our adventurer seals. Do we have enough of them? And have we earned enough yet to buy another piece of gear or not? We've already gotten one from Vellosk. I bet they wouldn't pay you enough to get 2, but you never know. Great character name. ZZZ. They're asleep. Okay, we're going to get Cordon of Arrows. We'll read that in a minute, and we'll get a ring. So complete this. I'm going to pick up the follow-up. That's going to give us 50 seals of the Adventurer. I keep calling them Seals of Adventure. Let's check and see where we are on the status of the seals. How many do we got so far? 175. That next 50 will put us at what? 225? That won't quite be enough. And we'll get him to be quiet. All right, so let's check out what we got here for the, we got a ring. Let's hit this. Okay, so we have 300 ring and a crappy old ring that we took off before. This ring is 300. This ring is 100. We double click this. It'll put it in this slot. You can tell because now your quest reward rings look the same. The item level's gotten to 12,000 already. Remember, all you need to do is get to 20,000 item level and you can start running skirmishes. And the reason why running skirmishes is really fast, everyone's doing it. As a DPSer, you may not get in as quickly as a healer, but it's not too bad. When I play healer, I get in like all the time with my Bard healer. But the reason why you want to do that is because everything in the game revolves around Astral Diamonds, which could be considered a premium currency, but it drops in the game all the time. And you can earn 100,000 of them a day. And so if you're pretty smart in the early days of you know, growing your character and trying to get better gear and things like that, it's part of the fun until you feel like your characters kind of came to fruition. You're going to want that as much as possible. I'm going to grab this, and I keep forgetting to use my invocation buff, which is this little thing we put on our hotbar down here. It's going to give us a little bit of a buff, right? So we'll hit this, and we have a little buff. And you can look down here on your character sheet and see what the buff actually is. What do we have on us as a buff? Righteous Boon for 15 minutes, grant critical severity, critical avoidance. That came from the little crown-shaped chest piece thing, the invocation blessing. All right, so let's get back on our mount and go continue questing here. We got to go up this way. It's going to meet to a new quest hub. And like I said before, I just really love this dark blue moonlit zone. It's really cool looking. Yeah, we missed our turn. Here we go. Cool skateboard. Nope. Unlike a lot of other games, you can usually just ride past stuff. And unless you take a lot of big hits, you'll probably be okay. And they sometimes follow you. They'll like run all the way up the hill and try to get you. All right, what do we got here? We got a little, this is lore. Oh, good, it's a map, a travel map. Great. So if you need to go back to town and check an auction, you could do that.
I thank you for your bravery.
50 Seals of Adventure. It's going to put us at 225. I'm going to take both these quests. Leave the packs and give us a new bow. Remember, these are stat sticks. So this is going to be a 400 item level bow, so we're better than what we have. And the other one's what it's going to give us. Oh, good. So this reward, we get this completed, Moonlight and Shadow, recover the Talisman of Saloon and the Talisman of Shar. That's going to give us enough to get the next piece. And that's kind of like the goal that I think is a lot of fun. It's like, okay, We want to get this stuff done. So kill gray wolf packmasters, and this is do something at an area at a spot. Now, let's see what is it you have to do with the spot. Moonlight and shadow. There's a talisman and a talisman. Probably have to do is click on something. And we're looking for packmasters. So we're going to go left to right, kind of clockwise here. Someone's fighting up here. Let's go ahead and just area effect this shit down. No, we're not stealing any experience from them or anything, so don't worry about that. Oregano. Okay. Shadow Sworn, Wolf. That's not a Packmaster. We don't care about him. Werewolf Fighter. Okay, they're going to come after us. That's fine. So we can just go like this, actually. Whee! So we have a bunch of shit on top of us now. Here's a Packmaster here. What we're going to do is going to use our mount ability when everybody gets bunched up here. And then we use our stealth ability so we can get air effect around on everyone. And we go back to the bow. Start using our frontal cone. Here's our rain of arrows again. Leap away. What do we have left? Fun. Not that big of a deal. Don't think you need to come. Okay, he's going to leave. Alright, we've killed 1 of 5 Packmasters now. I'm going to get back on my mount. F12 is my keybind for that. We're going to ultimately go in there, which is a cool area. There's a Packmaster. Let's just pop him with the root ability. And I'm going to put the area effect on top of him. And then we're going to go over here like this. Switch back to melee. Put the dot on the ground. Get out of this very effect attack. And these guys, we just melee them down pretty much. Okay, we got 2 of 5 Packmasters. There's another Packmaster. So we could go up here and go stealth. Put this area effect down. Area effect sword move. Jump out of his crap. Switch back to the bow. If you want to use your mount ability, you can blow this guy up if you want to, just for fun. Okay, what we got down here is the Packmaster. Oh, fuck you. I want to take him. So we're going to go stand on top of our NPC. And she moved out of it. Stupid bitch. Well, I got knocked down. I wasn't paying attention to his animations. Get out of his little special ability here. There's another big heavy hit. Nope. Oh, I got knocked down by the wolf. That's what the wolves are doing, a knockdown. They do that in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. This guy's coming to help because he's pretty cool. Alright, that's a barbarian class. Very fun, 2-handed weapon. Run up your special ability skill. Turn into a fucking lightning enraged bastard and start smashing the shit out of things. Okay, we've got 4 or 5 Packmasters. Let's go find one more. Youngblood Archer, Scavengers, Archer. I bet that's a Packmaster over there. Let's go over here. See if we can. There's a pack here. 3 wolves. We don't care about that. Where's another Packmaster? This is the clicky that we have to do in the area. You're considered to be in combat. You can tell when your character stays in a combat stance that you're actually really in combat. Okay, now we can interact with it. Alright, what do we got here? Where's the other Packmasters? Packmate. Stormcaller, that's a nuker. And if you want to run and just kill things, you can, but you're not going to advance your character fast. There's a Packmaster right there. So we'll go back to dismounting, area effect. Got our archer ability down, rain of arrows. Go use the stealth ability, F12, warp out of. I got knocked down by this ability here. There we go, objective complete. Now we just need to do one other objective, which is the little item. Let's find that. And we don't want to hand that in just yet. We want to find this. This is one thing you got to be careful. Got to pay attention to what the game thinks you should be doing next. I got something completed. It probably did a check to see that I'm close to the hand in. I just want to go up here and do this little clicky thing first. Now that other guy, you know, mobs were attacking us, so we're in combat, so we can't interact with this stuff. I love what she's doing. This is great. Just keep them occupied. Okay, we just need to go here, interact with this little Shar. If you play Baldur's Gate 3, remember Shar is one of the goddesses in the Forgotten Realms that the stupid black-haired British accent bitch in Baldur's Gate 3 is madly in love with. I can't stand that freaking character. It's like one of the most annoying characters ever, and people think she's awesome and dress up as her in cosplay. I can't remember her damn name, but I hate that character. But Shar is as I remember, Shar has another goddess that is the opposite of them. Moonlight and Shadow, yes, that's the whole theme of this, right? Saloon, and a Talisman of Shar. Unfortunately, the gods and goddesses have no impact on gameplay in the game. Now, because I manually set that waypoint, it won't auto-clear, right? So you can left-click on top of it to remove it. So let's say we put a point, I don't know, way the hell down here, right? Special waypoint. That's yours. You're special. Just left-click on top of it to make it go away. If you try to left-click underneath it, it won't do anything. It just moves it. So if you try to click and you don't click very accurately, you're just going to move it around. If you put it on top of where you really need to go, it might be confusing. So just try to click right on top of the little flag and it'll go away. Now we only have a real quest hand in for this. And like we said a few minutes ago, as soon as we get this knocked out, we're going to get these seals of the adventure. We're going to get a piece of gear.
Well done.
And if they're smart, there's a new bow, that's fine. Into the Wolf Den, level 8. Watchman's Blade will get a melee weapon. We're going to double click this bow. So now we have that equipped. And he's going to keep talking because lots of story he wants to tell. What you can do here, this is actually interesting, is use the map and go to Protector's Enclave, right? And I can use the sealed vendor here, but I'm going to use Protector's Enclave to go back to the zone I was already in. Whoops, just right down here. Just turn around, started to go off the wrong way. Delete to travel. We're going to Vellosk out here in the woods. You know, if you're a D&D designer and dungeon master, like if you're on my channel, you like all the AD&D stuff and the crappy stuff I did for Pathfinder, and that's what you really like. The video game stuff I'm doing may not be your favorite thing to watch, but I mean, you could take screenshots of this stuff and use this as just use these quest chains as a basic little one-shot in an afternoon in any of the game systems. I mean, even Classic Traveler. All right, so we're going to get on our mount and go do this. What we're doing is we're going back to the seal vendor that's in this zone, in this first area, which is right up here to the left. And remember, this is the same reward you're going to get through all levels. Just to double check, make sure I haven't done my math wrong. How many do we have? We have 275 because it put us over. I'm going to talk to him. I think we're going to pick up. Be sure you don't buy the same thing twice because you can't tell, right? You can't tell what you already have equipped. So what you want to do is look at this. What we bought before. What did we buy before? We bought the shirt, 1,000 item level. So any other piece besides the shirt will work. View equipment for my class. Are the pants just as good? There's 4 sets of pants. Crit severity, that's good. Crit severity and combined rating. Crit severity and combined rating, that's the same exact thing. They're exactly the same. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at the equipped ones. Okay, this one is, you look at the purple one that's not equipped yet. Crit strike, awareness, combined rating. Hey, let's talk about awareness real quick. It's kind of weird. This is the only game that I found that has a lot of stats that the word doesn't make you think exactly what you would imagine it means. So awareness decreases your enemy's damage when being attacked from combat advantage. Combat advantage is kind of like being flat-footed, like being attacked like from the flank or the rear, or you're not defending against it. And so enemies are probably in this system going to get a bonus to damage or a bonus to hit. You can do the same thing as well. You can attack creatures with a combat advantage. Increases your damage when attacking an enemy from an advantageous position. Now, it's not necessarily always backstabbing and flanking. You can have a situation where here's 3 mobs attacking my stupid EverQuest player / Ashran's Call minion and my little companion, and 3 of them are looking at me, and I'm just kind of to the side a little bit, and I'm shooting them, but they're not actively looking at me and actively defending, which is something I have in my own game system in Decimation. I can't stand the way Pathfinder 2nd Edition handles flanking. It's just absolutely stupid. But anyway, so this gives you a bonus to that, right? So if you have a piece of gear that's going to give you awareness, right, it's going to help protect you against that. But that doesn't help you kill things, right? That's kind of like a defensive thing. I think it's going to be better to boost up our crit strike, crit severity, and then power and things like that first. There's going to be completely 100% DPS, and then maybe go back and focus on defensives. If I wanted to play a defensive class, I would play one. And I think the game sounds maybe just a touch too soft. I'm going to take a chance here, and I'm going to pop this up on my OBS just a little bit, just to 16 decibels, minus 16. All right, let's pick the right piece of gear for our Joker here. All right, so we're going to do pants, right? So we're going to be looking here, okay, on the screen. So mouse over this. All right, crit strike, awareness, we just talked about that. Not a big fan. Combat advantage, which is like giving you the chance to hit things from behind, that would be nice, but defense, not really, no. And let's go down this road to the left here. Defense and awareness, no, not really. And then this one here, defense and deflection. So I actually think that this is going to give us combat advantage. It gives us defense and combined rating. Combined rating boosts all your stats that aren't your prime stats. This one here gives combined rating. This one here gives, all three of them, all four of them, excuse me, give me combined rating. So I'm actually going to pick the critical strike one, right? So we're going to buy that for $250. Each one of these purple pieces of gear is going to give us 1,000 item level. So we got that. Take these off. Excuse me. And so now we have two purple pair of pants. They're item level 1,000. Now we got our total item level to 12,919. By the time we get through the campaign, even if we get to 18, we'll have enough to be able to start running skirmishes and shit. It'll be fun. All right, so we still need to go do this quest. And we put a special marker somewhere, didn't we? Okay, here we go. We need to go into the wolf den. So I'm going to put my little flag right there next to it. And I believe this Into the Wolf Den is the last thing. If you watch the first Vellosk video, I know I'm not taking a breath today. If it's Saturday morning, I'm drinking coffee. If you watch the first Vellosk video, I mentioned how this zone's kind of crescendo or climax is going through a dungeon that has like 6 or 7 little bosses in it, which is fun. The fun thing with fighting the trash is the fact that you're all wiggling around, have different archetypes, and you're like, this guy's flanking you, this guy's shooting you, this is the caster. You got a companion wigging out, pulling things all over the place, and you need to think tactically. Okay, what should I do right now? What's the right thing to do right now with the abilities I have? Unlike in World of Warcraft, you just go up and do your rotation, right? Rotation for area effect, rotation for single target, and you don't think. So with a game like this, you're actually prompted as a person to think about what should you do next, where's the right place to be, all that kind of shit. So that's much more exciting in my opinion. Even though it's not hard, but this stuff gets hard later. It gets hard from the sense that you don't have the stats. And you're like, oh crap. And that's when your skills are going to help you. Like I took my bard with item level 52 into the new area, which is supposed to be item level 90,000 or something. I was still able to get a bunch of dailies completed. I just had to be a little more careful and heal a little bit more often. So we're heading up here to this large, I mean, this is a great place for a screenshot. If you made your own D&D campaign, unfortunately you can't get into first person in this game, but you could take a screenshot of the area, I don't know, I think it's really, really, really freaking well done. But what I am going to do is I'm going to try to flank around this guy to not get me in combat. Yeah, they see me anyway. Their awareness level is a lot further away than DDO. And having this Ashwood's go back now, guys. They want to Pathfinder us no matter what. Well, here, you're going to take this then. Oh, they're going to go after her? Okay, sure, no problem. Okay, great, we got that done. Okay, we have to activate the Twilight Crucible, which is this thing here. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, I remember this now. Gosh, I'm sorry, guys. I haven't played in a while. We have this secondary objective now because we've turned this thing on. Is that what we do? Into the wolf den. Okay. Nope, we go into here. And you hear that dinging sound in the background? That means your invocation timer's up. It's like, I think it's like 15 minutes, then 30, and 45, and then an hour. So we can go ahead and pop this real quick. I forgot to check whether this stuff stacks over the course of a day in log-in, log-out session. So what are we at now? Let's see here. You have 450 points remain your rough Astral Diamond boost. Okay. Alright. This is a cool dungeon. I really liked it. Like I said, if you're a D&D Dungeon Master, screenshots of this place would be great visuals for your players. And the actual mapping, if you really wanted to, right? If you're not a good digital artist, I mean, you could like take this, right? Take the special point, turn it off, complete the quest, run all the way back to the dungeon, and take a screenshot of this and maybe map it out, and your players would have a map. So we got water and junked here. Let's see if we can avoid these jokers. I wonder if we can get in this water. Does it kill us? Or not let us get in? No. Okay, we're in the water. Oh, we're taking damage in the water. That's not nice. You bastards. Okay. We'll go over here. Watch this regeneration rate. Okay, you want to try to get me? No problem. All right. We've yet to use our stone of health. Look at this blue fog. Isn't that awesome? All right, let's just do the... Get out of the way, man. You're blocking my camera. Stupid girl. We'll put this down here. Get on top of her. Blow everything, right, basically. And we'll just pop him a bunch of times. You see some of these strikes that are hitting with a little yellow arrow pointing backwards. Some of them are crits, some of them are not. The yellow ones, I believe, are crits, and the orange ones are regular hits, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the Trump administration Palantir. Remember that from a long time ago? All right, great. This is raising the floor. I wonder if the sounds are too loud. Gosh, I'm so worried about that sometimes. Okay, let's pop these guys. Let's root him. I'm going to put the air effect drop on him. And then that'll give me a chance to jump over here. I want to get rid of him because he's a caster and I can't stand casters. They're usually soft as well. Use our little stealth ability. And remember the stealth ability, this looks great. It's just a good design. Really good. Even just using this kit apart stuff, the atmosphere and the torches everywhere. I always wondered though in Dungeons and Dragons and Dungeons, like who comes by every 2 hours and redoes the torches? These guys want some of it. Let's get on top of her. That we guarantee we have, unless she moves out of it, which she's done before. Use my mount ability as soon as it's available. So you can pick up our pennies. How many do we get? Quartz. Really cool, really cool. There's a chest with nothing of crap but crap in it. Let's see, we've got a fighter with a wolf and a fighter with a wolf. Let's just pull these guys over here by just popping them. We go back on top of her. Go back to our melee move. Put that sword dot on everybody. Start single targeting people. There's an orange thing there, but it's a little, yeah, it's a shard of empowerment. You can see in the lower right hand corner. Okay, whatever, get shot in the back. We should probably do a little demonstration of combat advantage sometime to explain it. So we got a switch over here. This is like a bastion. Really cool castle walls, huh? Ragadar Thunderfist. So he's been sitting here locked up all day. No one could deliver pizza to him or anything. And he's really pissed. He's thinking, I'm going to whoop your ass. Yeah, bitches. Look at him over there. He wants to fight. But he's been locked in this place with lightning coming down. So he's probably a lightning thunder fist Power Ranger Joker. We're going to pop him. I bet he summons ads. Pop this area effect ability. He's going to want up a big attack. Get behind him. We're going to get over this side. We're going to use our mount ability on him. Get out of the way of his crap. Make him work for this. So he's turned into a lycanthrope. He's going to go after her. That's fine. We'll put this down on the ground next to him once it becomes available again. He's going to come for me now. There's the ads. There's always ads. There's never not ads. And we don't really care about this. Ah, he moved out of it. Okay, cool. We'll leap away. And where's our boss? Here he is. Get out of the way of this big wind-up attack. Let's try to get a backstab type move off on him. Because he's going to come at me and wind up a big attack. I need to leap back. Leap on top of me. Okay. Come on, dude. What are you doing now? He's really being annoying. Okay, just put this down on the ground. Put that sword down on the ground. Get out of the way. Okay, here we go. Get him from behind. There you go. That's a good hit. 3 seconds to our mount ability. Let's use that to finish the deal. Hello. And unfortunately the ads, since they weren't like magical ads like skeletons being summoned and stuff, we have to take care of all the ads now. So you could just go ahead and start hitting these guys from behind, and then you get a little more damage on them by using combat advantage. Okay, so we slayed him, but we're not done. Like so far, you've what's going on? Oh, that's her. She got zapped with some electrical ability. Before we go into a little dungeon, and there's like one boss, and we fight it, and we're done. But not this one. So this is like a doorway that you might see in Uncharted or something. And we did this earlier. Just check. So 23 minutes before the next one. That's fine. Do we have our little buff on from before still? It dropped. So I'm going to pop that buff on again. Because these things, you're going to get these a dime a dozen. I've got it bound to number pad 2. Give us a little more crit. Okay, trash, trash, trash. You can look at your map and get an idea like, okay, well, this is going to go down this way or that way. I need to head that way. So you could try to avoid this stuff, but they're usually going to aggro you and see you. I don't know what's up with him. I guess he's praying to the gods. Alright, let's put this down. So he hasn't even come over. He's over there casting. And she's casting, so they're having a caster war. So we can take our time and get rid of this trash before we deal with him, because she's keeping him busy. And since he's a caster and this rain of arrows up, I can put this down right on top of him when he stops running around. Alright, put that down on top of him. Get all the way this ability. Get this dot bleed on him. No, I don't hit with that. Get him from behind. Get a combat advantage. This is just a chode. You're just gonna stand there and take it. Fun little fight. I think that's what the fun factor actually is. With every class, the way you do that little navigation, the way you make those little instantaneous decisions based upon where the enemies go, what do they do, I mean, that is part of the psychology of fun. If you take down any video game and you break it down into what makes it fun, besides say it looks really awesome, right? Say it looks awesome, say the system design's great, say the abilities are cool, whether it's Diablo or Path of Exile, Warframe, any of these games, right? The fun factor is what you're doing when you have complete control and you're tactically deciding what the next awesome thing is that you want to do, right? That is where the fun factor is more than anything. So find your own fun by creating your own factor. Everyone in the YouTube video world, 1 billion people make these build videos, right? And in some games, yeah, if you don't have a good build, you're not going to do, you know, maps, 16 level maps in Path of Exile. 99% of the games I played, builds don't mean shit. You just go in there and play smart, use the abilities to your advantage. A lot of times the build videos are all like stacking stats, so you don't have to have the skill, right? And so I'm not saying that people like build videos are stupid. I was able to walk right past these guys, no big deal. There's nothing wrong with them. Watch the build videos, sure, go ahead. But that's not where the fun is. That's just supposed to give you synergies and advantages to gear and combinations and things like that to help you understand how to play. But playing a video game shouldn't be a recipe book, right? It should be you going, okay, I've got this ability. What do I think would be awesome with this ability? So to get on top of her again, because she constantly draws aggro. Use my little stealth ability here. Get rid of this wolf. We got 2 archers here in the back. Pop these guys a few times. I can get behind these guys, do more damage, and then just see the little. Let's see if we can give you an example of the combat advantage. Okay, let's make this. 1 guy left. He's shooting me. That's fine. She's nuking him from behind. That's her damage going off. I'm not shooting. Did you see she had combat advantage? She's like shooting him from the side and flanking him. I tell you what, to make this really clear, let me go into my options and I'll go into interface, and I believe it's HUD. Is it in HUD? Yes. Okay, so we want to not show companion damage. Show companion name, show companion life. There's a setting in here we can turn her damage off. Enemy names, NPC names, friend name, guild name, party name, just name. Okay, this maybe it's above and I've missed it. Okay, here it is. It's booleans. Both health, player titles, show companion damage floaters off. So now, and I got party damage off too. So hit apply, hit OK. We should not see her damage ever again. So if we have a situation where we want to make an example of, you know, shooting enemies from range and seeing who's doing the damage, see these shots here are crits. See that yellow one? It's like combat advantage. It seems to like be happening based on some kind of percentage chance from the ability, as opposed to going off because I'm flanking them necessarily. Like I see combat advantage going off all the time here. He's got a dot on him, so we just kill him real quick. Okay, wolf. Now he's going to be damaged by her. So I'm standing here. He's kind of to the right of me. I'm taking damage from him or what? She's nuking him. Okay, I'm taking damage. She killed him already. That's probably another shard of empowerment. Yep. It's always disappointing to have something purple drop and it's not worth a crap. A mount collar? I haven't even got one. Okay, Packmaster Zayev. It's a Dagestani wrestler. Okay, Packmaster. I bet he summons wolves. I don't remember. Let's get her in here. Has he got wolves with him already? Okay. Oh, there you are. Great. He's going to leap. Been pushed back. Put our area effect ability down. I'm going to stealth first and get behind him and do my... Oh, he moved. He's going to get on top of her. That's fine. We're going to do our mount ability right on top of him, get out of here, switch back to the bow, leap away. Boom. Now I'm going to pop him once with the root, which won't root him because bosses are always immune to this. I'll be like, get out of the way of that. Get this arrows on the ground. And then where's he going to go now? Okay, we're totally controlling him. He has no chance to hurt us for anything. That was a 12.88k hit. The numbers are so big, it's kind of hard to get a feel for them. That's one thing about DDO I really love. Even though the graphics aren't as great, it's still, the combat is really good. I mean, I played it years ago, I'm like, this combat sucks. But then I played it later in life, I'm like, wait a minute, this is really good because I can tell and sense the damage numbers of what I'm doing, like how well I'm doing, like down to like 1 or 2 digits. You know, I play my warrior, I'm like, wow, my warrior's not ever critting big, and I played my archer dude, Kurdu Watervilla, and he was hitting pretty hard, right? So we're going into another area here, and I know our little invocation timer's not up yet. 17 more minutes, that's fine. Okay, we got a bunch of jokers here. Let's give this a second to settle down. We got a leaper, archers that won't move, archers that won't move, archers that won't move. So I'm going to try a trick here. I'm just going to run away, and my NPC companion will eventually be forced to follow me, or she'll die. I don't want her to die. I want her to follow me. But I have no control over her. I can't tell her what to do. Come over here and get line of sight. Come on, snake woman. Thank you. We'll drop this on the ground here. It's not ideal because these guys are popping at her from the doorway. All right. That's one thing. Remember in DDO, I have so much more control of the NPCs. I can tell them to stand still. So we're going to sit here and have this ragtag fight of this crap. I mean, it's not a problem, but that was messy. What I was hoping for is I would run around the corner and I'd be far enough away where she drops what she's doing and follows me, but she didn't do it far enough. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start damaging these guys. We're just going to stand still because everyone's rushing us. We always level into melee group. Melee groups are easier to control. We can get them to do what we want them to do. Get out of that. Go back to melee. Put that sword dot on the ground. Use a little stealth ability. Pop him from behind. This guy's in my face. You gonna go for her? Okay. Oh, he turned around. All right, no problem. They look like gnolls, but they're supposed to be werewolves. I'm like, okay, here's more jokers. Okay, he's gonna cast. I'm gonna drop down top of the casters. Watch this. This is a good spot. I need to leap away from that. I don't want to get hit with it. Like, pretend that was gonna kill you and it's a boss fight. If you play that way, you know, you start playing like that, you're gonna find your life is gonna be so much easier. Okay, so we're gonna get in a little close here and get our little dot off. There we go. This is a good place right here. Now they're all dotted. We can use our stealth ability, get behind him, warp behind him. Boom. Boom. I'm not going to be like the peon dude and go big damage, big damage. You ever watch these videos where he plays a video game for one day in Thailand or some shit? And he says the same thing every time. He's so critical of MMOs. There's a level of skill and finesse to being a tactical, badass, reactionary deathmatch player that I think a lot of the younger people just don't have it. I'm not a young person hater. Empyrean's like one of the coolest streamers in Path of Exile ever. So is Sir Gog. Like, Sir Gog's like this freaking genius. He knows everything about system design. He should be working for them. And then you have Imperium, who's so freaking funny. He has this curly little crazy hairstyle. He's a badass Path of Exile player. I love people. Oh, there's a wolf still wanking around? Okay. So I got nothing against young streamers. Just like, let's hear some tactical finesse, right? Not just the build. Not just the build. What's the skill? We're going to ignore those wolfies. More pack mates. We're following the yellow brick sparkles. Ooh, audio weird. That was an audio drop. That could be a level designer issue. Patching through a zone portal. We're going to get this on top of this group. Get lots of rushers here now. That's fine. Use the snare ability because it hits hard. And you know what? Did we hit a level? Did we get Billy scores? Did we get new power? We weren't paying attention to this. Holy shit. Okay, cordon of arrows. Designate a target location. If an enemy steps within 15 feet of it, they become entangled and take damage. You may have a maximum of 3 of these areas active at any one time. Okay. That's interesting. Let's try using that. What's the magnitude on that crap? 225. Now, if we go to melee, strike the ground, causing thorny plants to grow wildly around you, a dot. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so here's what we'll do. I think the thinking on that would be, we go to melee, We put this on the ground, which roots everything. Boom, then we do that building on top of it, and then we'll put this on top of that, and then nuke the crap out of it, and then we can put this here. So we can put these, all up to 3 of these on the ground and snare things. So we get later on, we're fighting something that's really hard. I think I'm going to use that as opposed to the single target snare. Sounds fun, huh? Just have to like get some muscle memory going with how we play for that. Do you remember, if you're a D&D player, remember the keep, not the keep on the Borderlands, but the In Search of the Unknown? Have a drink. In Search of the Unknown, there's one of these dungeon rooms that has like 10 or 12 of these little pools like that, and if you drink from the pool, some random cool thing happens to you. It's like one of the first like risk versus reward moments in all of RPG history. We got leapers on top of us, so let's try this little root ability. And we'll put the snare down, we'll put this down too. And let's just see how well does that work. And then we can shoot these guys from here and they can't move. Whoop, get out of the way of this. I'm putting a rain of arrows on top of them. Switch over to melee, get the dot down. It's not up yet. So we just have to melee these dudes. Pick up my pennies. I'm not letting other people have my pennies. So this next pull, what we'll try to do, we'll try to use this cordon of arrows. Cordon. This is neat. If you're an old school video game player, remember the very first time you ran through an Unreal level and you saw like the outside world and then you saw like light coming through the window to give you the illusion that there's a world out there? They even tried it in Quake 1, but the Quake 1 stuff didn't look good. Alright. I love how my bow has like duct tape and bandages holding it together on the end. Alright. Cool dungeons though, I really love these things. Okay, let me guess, what's up here? Another open, big, cavernous area. Great. I love it. And you can see the maps and stuff. They're really good. You should use these for your D&D campaigns. You can see, check this out. This is funny. This is a trick. It's a level design trick with these little shadows. 1 wolf, 2 wolf, 3 wolf who's floating in the air. Do it again. 1 wolf, 2 wolf, 3 wolf floating in the air. Those are called like stencil buffer shadows. It's like a projected texture on the wall. It could be something that they decided to do to make it. I think it's cool. It looks cool. But it's the same thing. The 3rd wolf kills the illusion because he's floating in the air. Where's the light source for that? Anyway. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to try this ability. Put this here. This will root everything. This will be a secondary root. And this will be a 3rd root. So in theory, I could shoot these guys, and as they run forward, they're going to get rooted, okay? So you can run forward. Oh, I'm in the trap. Oh, I'm in the trap. Oh, I'm in the trap. And put this down on the ground. Oh, I'm in the trap. Everyone got affected by the trap. Isn't that awesome? And we just shoot these guys now. They can't do anything. And then we just leap away. Whee! And we'll put another trap down. This time we'll switch to the weapon. Nice control on that. So that would be very, very cool to get good at doing those types of combos, because you're the melee version of this, right? Let's go to the melee move. The melee version of the cordon of arrows is a dot. So both of our melee moves are a dot. So, but the melee move here, right? Strike the ground while causing thorny plants to grow wildly around you. Added effect dot. Duration weak grasping roots. So it might hold them together for a little bit. The other one that we had here has a strong grasping roots. And this is something about this passive here, grasping roots, different one. So the weak one lasts 1.5 seconds, deals 80 damage to immune, even to immune targets, and 3 seconds, 175 magnitude to immune targets. Excuse me, I got to sneeze. You want to do that to the headset. Okay, so remember, even if you're fighting a boss and you use those abilities, it's still going to do damage. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put one here, and they're going to that's going to get activated pretty quick. Okay, they got activated. Put the second one here. I'm going to put my rain of arrows here, and put another trap right there. And I'm going to just start shooting these guys from range. I still have trick up my sleeve of my melee abilities, but I may not even have to use it. I'm going to switch to melee. This is the weak root, and then they're all dead. And I can hardly get hit at all. So that could be a very cool way to kill a pack of 5 or 6 or 30 powies. And we've got another big room with light coming through. Really great. That'd be a great screenshot with the snow and everything. And if you look over here, there's dudes running around. You can't shoot them, they're too far away. What are they doing over there? They're just looking around. Visual storytelling. Alright, now we're going to come to this room. This looks like a long linear hallway. Great for a linear fight. Okay, great. We're going to use our cool new ability here. We're going to put... Oh, we got guys behind us that we didn't know about. Let's put grassy roots here at the ground next to us. And we'll go over here, and we're going to start shooting dudes. Put another trap at my feet. And I'm going to root these guys here. I'm going to stealth up. Go back to my bow. Put a trap on the ground. Oh, it's not up yet. Okay, let's shoot these guys, get rid of them. Okay, they're dead. So they were in the room. I didn't see them. They're on to the right and the left of me. Okay, so we got one. So this thing has charges. I forgot to discuss that. You probably know this already, but this cordon of arrows has charges, and it takes a long time for the charges to come back up, about 20 seconds. So we're at 2 charges now, so we can put one here. Let's put the other one here. Put rain of arrows here. And then we want to hit everyone. Oh, that rain of arrows is going off now. Okay, now get into the trap. And we can just blast all these guys. I'm going to put one more trap here. Put this at my feet. And now we can just melee this guy. We put a grassy roots down on him. He's going to take damage from that. And we can just pop these guys again. Put another trap at my feet. And this guy's just being a weenie, just standing in the back. So we're going to pop him with a rain of arrows at his feet. And we just shoot him with regular shots till he's down. That's great. Isn't that fun? That's a lot of crowd control. Now, the only thing that's a problem is that if you run out of all your charges, it's going to be 60 seconds before you have the total number of charges. Look, a spike pit, and someone didn't make it. We'll pull this magical lever here, conveniently located right adjacent to the trap. And what's that going to give us? Okay, an extended bridge. Whoops, you see that pop? Mesh rendering pop. And we're going to jump onto this platform. Cool room, though, right? It's like aqueducts underground. I'm like a little kid, man. I just love this shit. It's so fun. Even though these are older games, I'm not even paying anything. Look at all this fun you're having. Just, you don't have friends to play D&D with? No problem. This is the last boss. We'll be blessing in 6 minutes. I'm going to pop my little invocation buff. It's worn off already. So we currently have, this is from our companion, well rested, which boosts our ability scores, and we're mending wounds from everything that happens to us. So we're going to go F, number pad 2. That gives us a little bit of a buff here. You can click little arrows to see them. Righteous Boon grants critical severity and critical avoidance. Now, this is tricky because you come up here, hey, I didn't get in here, how do I get in here? It's this little skull on the wall. So you interact with that. That's going to open a gate. Ethraniv Marrow's Lake. Ethraniv? Is that how you say it? Ethraniv. Oh, look, here's some geometry. I wonder if we can exploit this. Let's see what happens when we try to exploit geometry. Too far away? How about that? Is that too far away? We'll put this here. We'll put this here. We'll jump down, start shooting you. I'm going to use my big ability right away. You're immune. They're only going to take damage from that. Okay, no problem. We'll put that on top of them. Put Rain of Arrows right on top of them. Just avoid her melee attacks. We're going to kind of face tank her. So we're just going to stay right next to her the whole time. When she's going to summon the ads? Don't they always summon ads? Use my mount ability. Switch back to my bow. What can we do here? Put this on the ground. Go back to melee. We're blowing all our cooldowns. We're just going to make sure she doesn't get on top of us. Okay, that's great. You can do that. Transformed into a mega version of herself. Okay, that's fine. We can handle that. Yeah, I want to get where I'm going to get the camera jammed against the geometry. So we're going to just run over here for a little bit. We'll actually just leak away. Let's come out to the middle of the arena. Oh, we'll just slide over here for that. Okay, what are you going to do here? We'll put this at my feet. You're leaping on me, okay? We don't want that happening anymore. So we're going to keep doing this. Keep moving away. Oop. Oh, I'm not reading that very well. Let's go back to melee. Get our little stealth ability. Try to get hit from behind. Okay, here comes the ads. Don't they always come here? put this down on the ground to handle these ads. Do my little mount ability point blank range. Try to hit them from behind. Get out of the way of that. Okay. We're getting our camera jammed against the wall again, so I'm going to switch to here and leap back. And the ads will just keep coming. He'll just keep summoning ads forever. Oh man, I was out of that. Okay. Pull our camera back a little bit so you can see a little better. Sometimes I have a tendency to have my camera jammed up my ass all the time. Nope, that's a leap. Ah, couldn't get out of the way of that one. Good thing it didn't kill me. Okay, frontal. Come on. Oh, I was in mid-leap away on that move. They caught me anyway. Almost dead. Not me. Them. So we're just going to put this bleed on you. Get out of the way of this. See if we can get a good backstab off with our mount ability. We'll just get the mount ability off. Boom. Get behind you. And we'll just put a rain of arrows. That should finish the deal. Yep, there we go. Oh, we got one Jode left. He wants to be part of the thing. Is he immune? He's just a chode. I'm not a chode anymore. Okay, leave the Grey Wolf Den. There's no chest anywhere or anything like that. You have these really cool altars and the big moon and the stars. I want to make us play a space game now. Okay. We did a good job in the arena. It's got little banners. There's not enough bones and death and stink here. It's got a big paw print on the ground. That's cool. This is the dude dead. He's got like, his mouth is open and stuff. Very cool monster. Really fun fight. Oh, there's the exit. Okay. We didn't try running around up top and jumping down. That could have been interesting. But that was fun, right? Look at the big backdrop. Isn't that great? It's awesome. All right. Let's leave this area. It'll probably put us at the entrance. Yep. And then we're going to have to go hand this in at this Hedrick Wankerstein, or whatever his name is. We'll try to avoid these mobs everywhere. More players playing on a Saturday. Donuts, coffee, and gaming. Except no donuts for me. All right. We're going to hand this in.
I thank you for your
Level 8. We're going to get sniped.
Our tribe may finally know peace.
Finally get a better blade here. Back to the city. That's going to be the campaign completion part. We definitely want to do that. Now our people will be safe. Okay, that's great. We're going to get this going here. 51 seconds. We'll do that shortly. We're going to... What is this here? Vigilant Scout Vest. Okay, we'll put that on. What's this? Just a stupid... whatever. Crap. Coupon I will not be using. Let's take this chest pieces down here. 60,000 hit point healing potion. We could put that here so we don't use up our really good stones, because you only get a few of them in your whole career. Need to equip this. Item level 400 blades. Now we have a better melee weapon. And let's see where we are now for item power. 13,069, and we look absolutely stupid. That's fine. We'll deal with it. Let's see if we can get rid of some of this junk.
We do not have much.
I can tell you guys don't have much. Okay, 300. Double click that. I'm going to sell everything it allows me to sell. Let's see. Skill treasure. No. 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 Yes. No. Sell that. Sell all this crap I put down here. Trying to double click all these items to get rid of them. Okay, get rid of that. This you can sell in the auction house. Sometimes they're worth something. These are useless, but I'll sell it anyway. This isn't worth anything. Put this down here, this other stuff. Lock boxes, we'll keep this here. Alright, so that's finished. So we have 6 gold now. That's going to come in handy at a later date when we need to do things. And our gear looks kind of goofy now, doesn't it? That looks really bad. I don't like that. Let's see what it looks like in different lighting. Okay, we're going to go back to Protector's Enclave, and then we're going to talk to Sergeant Knox. He's going to give us the campaign reward. Last time he had a lot more tutorial stuff for us to do. And maybe he will this time too. I don't know. I tell you what, I'm not interested in the summertime event. If there's videos that tell you how to do it, man, my character looks like crap now. I'm going to have to go bare-chested again. Yeah, I'm sorry. But this is this event is kind of strange, in my opinion. You can get this little crazy, like, druidic Led Zeppelin bear and buy yourself a Stairway to Heaven. There's a store. This is all the things you could earn like the water horse and stuff like that. You can earn these things. You get these little petal, fire blossom petals. I just have never been one of those kind of people that likes to collect all that kind of stuff. Some people that play these games like for years, they just totally love collecting everything and all this stuff. There's, I think there's a pig pet in here, a companion that's good for tanks. Aragon has a good video on it. You're going to hear me refer to him a lot, right? I'm not even going to touch that. What I am going to do is I'm going to take this horrible chest off. We're going to go to Appearance, Armor, and we're going to disable all visuals, and we're going to go to our shirt and disable all visuals, and now we're going to be bare-chested. And we just have chain pants on, right? So we could disable that. Nah, then we look kind of creepy. Let's do that. Now we just have chainmail pants on and gloves. And you know, that's a disable this cloak thing too. We got this ridiculous neck piece. And we don't have that in the way. Cool, and you don't have to pay for that. So now I'm like, it's hot, it's summertime. I don't know why he waxed his chest, that's kind of creepy. I'm just not gonna be just caught dead running around that terrible gear. Well, I don't know. His pants look pretty bad. They have a big open slot in the back. They look like chaps. Okay, what's he got here? Okay, wow, 80 pennies. Missive auctions and diamonds. Okay, this is more tutorial stuff. You need to do this. The workshop opportunity thing, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to decline it for now. The reason why I'm going to decline it for now is the workshop stuff to me is not as well implemented as it really should be, okay? We got zone messages happening here. We can't have that. I don't like listening to people talk about their guild. Join the Fellowship of Happiness or something. Okay, close that down. Okay, we want to focus on the postal courier stuff. Once we get all this done, then we'll be able to get our campaign reward for completing this campaign, right? So you can hit Q on your keyboard if you bound your keys the same way as me. You can click on the fourth ribbon, bookmark, whatever you call it, and look at Vellosk and see we're at 18 of 19, and we're going to get this great bag of holding with 42 inventory slots. These scrolls of life that when you get killed and you get dropped, you can resurrect yourself. Don't do it in skirmishes. People can resurrect you for you. And 20,000 Rust Astral Diamonds. The Astral Diamonds convert into real Astral Diamonds. It's just a way for them to control. Hey, I won an auction. That's great. Let's delete that. That was something from the other day. Okay, let's talk to this guy. That's done. The next step is speak with Jared Glint, the auctioneer. And there's supposed to be sparkle bits here. I think he's upstairs by this column. There's a bunch of whistling going on in here with those rude little bastards. Okay, so we've opened this now. Now the quest is completed. See this crappy font right here behind me? You don't need to buy anything yet. That's just, it's just showing you where these things are. Now we speak to Rix. He's a little kobold that used to be your daily quest for Astral Diamond rewards. Nowadays, it's kind of like automatic. You don't have to go talk to anyone about it. What can you tell me about Astral Diamonds? He's going to explain this to you. You can read it if you want to. Basically, there are rough Astral Diamonds, which are given to you as a player in the game when you do things. And then there's Astral Diamonds. Every day, as you earn Astral Diamonds, you're earning them in a rough format. So you can only convert them into the normal Astral Diamonds, which is the currency you need to spend, a maximum of 100,000 a day, which could take you like 6 or 7 hours if you really would go, unless you're a total badass and you know exactly how to do it. If you're just running skirmishes, you get a bonus for the first 2 skirmishes, which you'll see later on. But that means you can only be earning 100,000 Astral Diamonds a day, right? And you can go and you can do a little conversion in your head here. You can say, hey, what if you wanted to buy Astral Diamonds, right? So you could click on their little store, and you could see that you could spend $10, right, and get 1,000 Zen, all right? And you can close this with Shift F1. So then you could go into the game, right, and you could go to this is the regular store, and we could go to this exchange, close this, and say you want to sell your Zen. Say you have, let's say I had 1,000 Zen, 750 Astral Diamonds each, and this exchange rate has been fixed forever, right? So these are other people that want to, they want to buy Zen. They have so much Astral Diamonds, and you can actually buy Zen in reverse the same way. So you can do the math in your head. 1 Astral Diamond, right? Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way, and I'll move back to the regular game. So let's go click on this interface here. Let's say, no, not him. We want to do the Zen exchange, this third button from the left. All right. I want to sell Zen. I want to sell 1 Zen. at 750 Astral Diamonds each, right? So therefore, 10 Zen would it doesn't update would be 7,500. There, right? Is that right? 750, 7,500. That means 100 Zen would be 75,000, and 1,000 Zen will be 7.5 million. Is that right? Is that right? Who's going to do the math for me? I did this math previously. Let's pull it up here. We have the little Notion page where we did this before. We did these calculations. Let me scroll down to that page. And we go down to here. And I did this math when I wasn't sleepy. Mounts, Astral Diamonds. Here you go. 1,000 Zen costs 10 bucks. 2,000 Zen costs 20 bucks. 1 Zen equals 750 Astral Diamonds. We're looking right here, right? We can make this bigger on the screen if you're watching this on your phone, did your day job, and you're like, I just want to watch a video. 10 Zen, 7,500. 100 Zen, 75,000. So 1,000 Zen is 750,000 Astral Diamonds. 7.5 million Astral Diamonds is $100. So just remember, the easiest way to remember it is every 10 bucks is 750,000 Astral Diamonds. All right. So you could go to the auction house and see what costs 750,000 Astral Diamonds. I'm going to do that real quick. So in your mind, I want you to think $10, 750,000 Astral Diamonds. If someone were to buy their way into the game. So the Astral Diamonds have a value, but you don't have to pay for them. You earn them in the game. So let's say we wanted to get a companion, and I want it to be a mythic companion, usable by me, search, right? $725,000 for these mythic companions. Let's sort by buyout price. Someone has one up here for 19 million. So this guy right here, this Ryeth Rothi, right? This one here, 775,000. Excuse me, this is a $10 companion in value, right? Not necessarily what you're going to pay, because remember, you could earn this in one day for free to get this bear cub companion. So you're not having to pay any money ever, like ever. And this is one of the things about this system that when it first came out, it was really problematic. People are like, I'm not buying Astral Diamonds. This isn't like Warframe. Like Warframe, you have to actually pay real money for platinum. You get a bunch of platinum, but you're then getting a Warframe too, which is kind of a way to conceal it. And a lot of other games like Rift and stuff, like, oh, you pay for this currency, use the currency to buy stuff. So you can earn this currency in the game. So let's go to him again. We've completed his missives, auctions, and diamonds. He's going to give us some more cash. We got the adventure reward. See the chest? That means you got the campaign completed. So we're going to do the Haunting of Ebon Downs in the next video. That'll give us 50 seals, the adventures. I'm not going to do the workshop opportunity one now. It's not required. All right, so you got a reward. This is going to pop down to the bottom. If you've relocated where this is, we're going to get our campaign reward now. So hit claim, and now we're going to get a useless two pieces of gold. We get 20,000 rough Astral Diamonds, and we get improved bag of holding, and we get these scrolls of life. We're going to claim that. Right? I click claim. What happened? Did I get it? Did I get it? Where is it? Let's go to our bag. Did we get this stuff? Claim. There we go. So now we get the improved bag of holding. What you want to do here, you could sell this if you wanted to, but it's bound to us, so we can't do that. So we double click it. Now we have a big bag down the bottom, and we got these scrolls of life, so we can put that at the very bottom if you'd like. I can take the bottom of this and bring this down. Okay, now here's the good part. We got Astral Diamonds, right? We also got a bonus, so we're going to refine these into 22,796 Astral Diamonds. Let's go get something that will help us forever. So what I want to do is I want to look next for either a mount or companion. So companions give you a bolster, right? Mounts, what do they give you? Mounts are going to have a little bit of bonuses for you, like combat power, empowered rating, and they require a secondary investment of these little insignias. And you're going to need eventually a mount collar, right? I actually think I'm going to pick another companion first so I can get more powers in here. Now, Aragon has a video that says, get this companion, get this companion, get this companion, because he knows which companions to get, and he actually made a spreadsheet that talks about all that stuff. What I'm going to do, because I'm low, don't have a lot of money, is I'm going to just try to pick something affordable that's a higher quality that seems to be beneficial to me, that makes common sense. So I'm going to say usable by me, I'm going to pick epic, and then I'm going to sort by buyout price, right? So then we can look and see what you get for each one of these. So you just mouse over it. So this guy here, what happens is when you get a companion, you get a player bonus power. In this case, this Snow Leopard. 10% chance on critical hit to cause your target to bleed. You know, this effect can only occur once every blood, and you get combined rating. You're like, okay, that sounds okay. The Mystic Ferreira that's been around forever. This is 1.8% accuracy. You know, these are what you should use to decide, do you want to get this pet or not, right? And then we're going to ignore these overpriced ones here. You got to click on, let's pull this down here. I'm going to bring this up to here. And I'm going to pull this all the way down to here so I can see a lot of them. I want to see, well, I don't need to pull it that way. It doesn't help benefit that much. So I'm going to click on buyout price. The cheapest stuff, Battlefield Medic. What's he going to do? Combined rating, combat advantage, incoming healing bonus, Cyclops War Drum, healing bonus, 7,500 max hit points. That might be nice for survivability, but I don't think we need to focus on that. I think we need to focus on doing damage. I want to see something that's going to help me with my crit severity, my critical strike, things like that. Rust Monster, what's he do? Combined rating, reduce your target's crit severity, Displacer Beast, 10% chance on crit to increase your critical strike chance and crit severity by 1.8% for 6 seconds. Sounds okay. That's 8,500. Dwargar Thurge, critical severity, combined rating. I like him. 9,600. I remember Aragon saying get him and get the Red Cap Powie. So can we get both of them? Yeah, let's get the Dwargar Surge. And what we want to do to make sure we're not paying too much, we're just going to type the first few letters. D-E-D-U. D-U-E-R. Dwargar are gray dwarves. They first appeared in the Vault of the Drow in Dungeons & Dragons from 1977, 78, 79. So they were like evil underground dwarves, right? Or Vault of the Drow, however you want to pronounce it. We always called it Drow as little kids. I don't know why. Like, ow, quit it. So he's 9,600 is the cheapest one. So I'm going to buy the cheapest one here. Good, congratulations, Atlas ACO number 7140. We're going to buy that for 9,600, and then we're going to go back, remove the keyword search, and hit search again. And it was on the second page is where the Powie Red Cap was. His bonus to us is going to be 1.9% crit severity, crit avoidance, and combined rating. We're going to pick him up for 97. We have 13,000 down in the left corners of our balance. We're going to buy that out. That gives us another companion. Now we only have 3,300 left. So there's nothing left we can buy that's going to be epic. I'm not going to, anyway, I could look at blue ones, but I'd rather just save my Astral Diamonds for something a little higher quality. But maybe these blue ones are going to be really good because they're so cheap. Look how cheap these are, right? This will boost our bolster rating. Crit severity and defense. Okay, we'll take the Scarecrow. We're going to buy him out for 13 Astral Diamonds. How about this Galeb Doer? What does he give us? Encounter power, blah, blah, blah. No. These are super cheap still. Leprechaun, what does he give us? Crit avoidance? No, we don't care about that. Winter Wolf, what does he give us? Deflect? No. Dragonborn Brawler? Deflect? No. Let's go to the next one. Defiant Companion Belt? No, we don't want a belt. Wayward Wizard in blue, what's he do? Defense, crit severity? 124. Let's just keep looking. 5,000 actual hit points from the Zentarian Warlock. Okay. Combat advantage, that's interesting. Watler, deflect, no. Warlock, we saw him already. What's this one? Obedient Necklace. Warlock again. Okay, we're getting up to the $150 mark here. Dragonborn Brawler, we looked at him already. What else is in here? Walter, Hunting Hawk. Let's see, what is Hunting Hawk going to give us? Combined rating, at-will bonus as the range increases by 2.5% at 80 feet. No, that's too weird because we have stuff that rushes up and hits in the face. The Fire Archon, what's he going to give us? At will, increase your combat advantage for 10 seconds. No. We want something that just gives us a passive all the time. So now we're getting to a point where they cost about 200. Going to keep going. Oh, that was a Priestess of Soon. What's she going to give us? Priestess of Soon, she gives us deflect. Nope. Priestess of Soon, Tomb Spider. What does it give us? 25% to poison your target. Ion Stone of Might, deflect chance. We want crit severity. So there's no way to like type in crit severity and search by crit severity. So I'm going to actually put this on companions, not a companion equipment. And we're going to go down a couple pages where we were before and caught up. Walter, Hunting Hawk, Priest, Golem. What does he got? Pewter Golem. Defense. Nope. So we're getting a chumpy blue still here. Golem. Hawk. I remember Hawk was one of the ones that Aragon said to get because it has 0% crit severity at blues. That's not really benefiting unless he was epic. Skeletal Dog. 5,000 hit points and crit avoidance. $300. That's not that bad. I'd buy that for the hit points. Okay. And let's see what else we got here. Hawk, Werewolf, Air Archon. What's the Air Archon give us? Daily power, werewolf incoming healing bonus. Remember that it's only going to pick the top 10. Red Dragon Ion Storm, 5,000 hit points, combined rating, incoming healing bonus. That's $600. We have 3,000 left. What should we do? Let's check for a mount. Let's see, can we get a cheap mount with a little bit of money we have left over? We're going to search for this, and we can get an epic mount here. Combined rating for the snail, the owlbear. Deflection, combined rating. Let's see what else we got here. 1,000. High forest bear. Hit points, combined rating is less hit points than a companion would give us. Defense. Medium adventurer's horse. Movement speed, but it's very tiny. Apparatus of gone. Power, that could be interesting. So I think I'm going to save the rest of my money. I don't think I'm going to spend any more money on these guys. A Yeth Hound, deflection. No, I think we're going to save our money. So we had 1,000. I don't want to spend all of it just yet. So let's go get the items that we purchased. The mailbox is right down here. Remember we got introduced to this guy earlier, Damien. So each one of these is, we're going to click this, take item. Click this, take item. Click this, take item. Click this, take item. Your free gifts, okay, we'll collect them all. We'll just take items, and what we do, click the top one and hit delete and hit enter twice. 1, 2, delete, 1, 2, delete, 1, 2, delete, 1, 2, delete, 1, 2. Okay, now the mailbox is clear, and we're going to look to our tab again, and we'll double click this, the skeletal dog. We'll bind the companion, and we'll give him a funny name like John Bones Jones. We're going to call him Scrap Attacks. We got to spell it right. Scrap Attacks. Okay. No one else will ever see this name. And we got a little bird here. Okay, he's going to give us some abilities. We're going to bind the companion, and we're going to call him Stank Crow. Okay, because we're not serious. This is just for fun. Stank Crow. All right, and we got a little Powie red cap. He's going to give us some abilities. He's an ugly-looking goblin. Okay, so we're going to call him Gobbo. That's a good enough name for him. And we got the Dorgar Thurge, and he goes out in the sun too long, so we're going to call him Sunscreen Failure. That's an appropriate name. And this other junk is a moat. We can put this down here with our other crap. This is stuff we got from the mailbox. All right, so now I want to show you what happens. And then we're going to close the video out, and then we'll go to the next campaign. All right, with our half-naked hero here. Hit C, go to Companions, manage all companions. Here they all are with all their names. You can see what their powers are, right, ahead of time, all the companions you have. You can close this. I'm going to keep the healer up as my current companion, but notice how these have filled in with abilities now. Scarecrow's Presence, Skeletal Dog's Instincts. So let's click this, and it will show you what's currently equipped at the top. And this is what you have selected. See the light blue around this? It's really hard to see. So if I left-click this one's selected. So of all the companions, for an ability that goes in that slot, you could choose any one of these. Let's say we wanted to crit severity, right? So we're going to choose that. Boom, that turns to this one, right? So we could take, of all the abilities here, right, you currently have equipped is at the top. These are the ones, 2 other ones you could choose from. Do you want the 5,000 hit points, 1 point on crit severity, or crit avoidance and combined rating and healing bonus, or do you want the crit avoidance and the hit points? So let's say, no, we're going to stick with Redcap's Wisdom. That's fine. We're going to hit cancel because we don't want to change it. Now we're going to go to vulnerability because there's new abilities have been added here. Do we want these other ones? So we currently have a chance to reduce the enemy's critical avoidance for 15 seconds when the companion's near. Chance on hit to increase you and combat advantage by 3.8% when a companion is near. That's good. Chance to reduce enemy's accuracy. No, that one sounds terrible. Dulled senses. Hit a chance on hit to reduce enemy's awareness. No, that sounds terrible. Chance on hit to decrease your defense, to increase your defense by blah, blah, blah. No. Enemies deflect. So I like what we have here now with critical avoidance because we want to crit more. So we're going to hit cancel because we don't want to change that one. Scarecrow's Presence. There's really nothing to choose here. We just leave it like it is. It's not awesome. We get the crit severity here. That's what we wanted to do. Hit cancel. Apprentice Wisdom. This is maximum hit points, but we have other ones we could pick now. We have crit severity from the Dorgar, so we're going to choose that one. And this unlocks at level 20, this unlocks at level 15. All right, so that's what we've done with that. And we didn't get any belts or anything, and that would be rewards. So mounts. Did we buy more mounts? I thought we bought a mount. Didn't we buy a mount? Let's just check our stable, current, stable, or did we not buy a mount? I don't think we bought a mount. No, we were going to, and I don't think we did. No, we didn't buy a mount, did we? Yeah. Okay. Cool. There you have it. That is the completion of Vellosk. And we have the quest now to go to Ebon Downs. And so we'll pick the video series up in the next one where we'll start the Ebon Downs campaign, start having the same kind of fun. And after all that, our item level now is at 14,000. And you can hit C on your character sheet one more time and then go to Companions and see the bolster now is 13.5%. And this is the sum of the 10 highest bolster contributions in your roster and your companion's bolster total value. It gives you item level. So we're getting 851 item level from the fact that we bought some cheap-ass companions, right? And now we're ready to keep moving, right? All right, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great Saturday morning and enjoying this video series. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that business. Ask for things. You want something done differently? I don't mind accommodating. I'm not doing this for me. Well, I am in some ways. I do it because it's fun, right? I'm having a good time. But I want people to have fun playing games, and I hope all these insights have been helpful. All right, cool. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day.